Alright. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna be playing some Star Wars Battlefront 2. Do Kashyyyk, capture the flag, and Mino capture the flag, and my Jito as well. And Naboo. I don't know how long I'll be streaming, but I will be streaming. Let's go for this command post right here. That was a quick capture. Let's try and go for number 5 as well. Number 4, I guess. Can my teammates please go to number 5 and get that? Or do I have to? Yep, I have to do it. One of my teammates want to take out this clone trooper. So probably command post number 3 is going to be the last one we're probably going to take. Maybe. And my teammates absolutely do not want to help me out here. I swear I needed be a heck of a lot easier with playing as like Darth Maul or something. Speaking of which, we're Darth Maul now, so let's go ahead and take out command post number 3. And do any of my teammates want to come and help me, or they just want to stand around and lollygag? Oh, we're definitely losing a lot of life here. So we lost a lot of life there. But we also took out. Oh, we lost command post number 5. Great. We dealt some damage though. That's good. That is very good actually. Was an enemy there that my teammates helped take out. Someone stepped up there. I need to play as Darth Maul again. Go to command post number 3 actually. Oh, we got attacked by a clone commander there. Oh, we did a good job taking him out. I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. I'd like to though, but I just never really had the chance to. Start at command post number 5 and just dash on over to this command post. And once we got it enough that, oh shoot, they did. It's tough taking a command post if I'm being honest. Like once it's down to a final command post and they're pretty much all at there, more often than not it's tough taking a command post. There we go, we took him out. I say that, but there have been instances where I took the last command post pretty easily, but they were more spread out. Like on this map, for example, it's hard to take the last command post. The opponents have, because they're more often than not, if it's a close quarters map like Coruscant, it is they all, especially with when the enemies have a lot of lives, they tend to spawn in playing as a hero, as you saw earlier. And they tend to gang up on you when you take some out. Or you can just have one just take you out like that. Or you're getting distracted, destroying something that doesn't really need to be distracted or destroyed. Oh, Mace Window's there. And see if I can do some damage to him before playing as Darth Maul. Yes, I can actually. And we lost the command post. And there's he was just standing there. What the heck? That was very odd. I forget, I may have mentioned I haven't seen a Star Wars movie. I'd like to, but I just never bothered to sit down and look at it. Look at any of them, though. This game is like turning 20 this year. Just kind of insane, if you ask me. It's a brave opponent right there, just trying to come and attack us. Shut down servers for this a long time ago, but would have been cool to play online. Like, it would be cool, like, for these companies. I don't know who owns the copyright for this anymore, or like who has the proper server space or storage. If there's like a way to make some older games go back online again, it would be very cool. Now that they're backwards compatible, at least on the 360, at least on the Xbox consoles, it'd be very cool to like play these Star Wars games. You know, not the remastered version, but like the original version, actually. You know, online again. Well, a lot of games tend to be getting remastered, but if they're good, I'm okay with them actually getting remastered, but not every game needs to be remastered, in my opinion. Yes. And if they are going to be remastered, wait longer than like 20 years to remaster them. It's still mind blowing that it's been roughly 20 years since this was released. Because I had this on the PS2, actually, around the time it came out. But as I mentioned in previous videos, if you're a long time viewer of my YouTube channel, I sold a PS2, got rid of it, or either sold it or donated it. But this was one of the games I played a ton on the PS2, and I eventually bought a PS2 again. So some games I play are like the older Maddens, actually, when they came out. No, Madden 08. 09 I had on the Wii, but then I would had 10, 11 was very when I got the Xbox 360, 11 was the very first one I got for the 360, but the previous ones were really on the with the exception of Madden 09, the older ones from 06 to 08 were on the PS2. '06 was the first one that I bought that I got like when it came out. The oldest one I have is Madden 01. Let's take out these guys over here, which I failed to do. Madden was more or less, I think, the first video game series first sports video game series I really got into. Like, if not including esports. It was the first. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, esports, or the most knowledgeable person, but I died there. I learnt about American football by playing Madden, actually. I didn't have anyone to explain it to me because no one in my family really understood the sport. So I kind of used Madden to teach myself the sport. No one in my family was really interested in American football. They didn't grow up in the US, so they wasn't really exposed to them. Like, I was kind of Madden is essentially what taught me about American football and taught me what I know. So, and I started watching the NFL and college football and learning the arena football as well, learning the differences at each level. So that was pretty cool. So go through here, we'll be able to take command post number 6 if I can aim the corner right through. Fair warning, it's like nearly it's after 11 p.m. here. I usually do stream around this time every day, but I don't usually talk. So it's a rare occasion for me to talk this late on my stream. We take out. We have to deal with the Emperor now, who's nearly dead. Take out that Stormtrooper. I can get back over here actually and help reduce the thing, the command posts, so that way they don't actually spawn in. I can survive longer as Luke Skywalker. Which I did. I think the last couple of them are up here. But I'm not sure I'll have enough time to take out the two of them over there. I won't. Actually, so. Yeah, so I had some of the older Maddens. I had some of the older NCAA football games as well. NCAA football, I think 08, yeah, 08 was the first one I played, and then 08 to maybe 10 or 11. I definitely know 08 I definitely played a ton of. And 09 as well. I had NCAA basketball 09 as well on the PS2. Those are like the NCAA football games and NCAA basketball games I had on the PS2 that I now have on the 360. But I had Shrek Super Party, which I was able to buy again. And War of the Monsters as well. I played probably outside of maybe Madden each year. Outside of getting the new Madden and NCAA football games, NCAA football, right? War of the Monsters was probably the non-sports game on the PS2 I played the most as a kid. And I had various story mode games as well. I played Shrek Super Party a lot as well. That was a very fun game to play. It's one of those. War of the Monsters and Shrek Super Party are like one of those games where it's really fun to play by yourself, but it's like kind of more fun to actually play if you have friends. Because the PS2, yeah, I mean, I don't think Shrek Super Party really had a PS2, or at least an online mode. So. Uh, I'm not sure about War of the Monsters might have, but look if the company that made both games, like Shrek Super Party and War of the Monsters, are still around. Because there were some good games I played on the PS2, if I remember correctly, and I'm not entirely sure if those companies are still. I think some of them aren't active anymore. I know like EA is obviously. Um, I played NBA '08, and I think the company that made that game, it may have been Sony San Diego, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I have to get out of there. So NBA '08 was another, and the MLB The Show games like '08, '09, and 10 were the ones I played a ton on the PS2 on the old PSP. I did play in one of the NCAA football games. I may have been 2005 or 2006. I don't remember which one. But one of those games I really only played when a former friend I lost contact with uh, brought it over, and then a different one would bring over MVP '06 NCAA baseball. But I would eventually when I got the PS2, I was able to purchase it for. I was able to purchase MVP '06 for in one of the NCAA football games as well on the PS2. I did the NCAA football game recently, earlier this week on stream. Actually, that was a. Have yet to play a full game. I just created a schedule for that game. It was, I do plan on playing that game more. Just got MLB '06 to show for Christmas. Not Christmas, my birthday, actually. I was. Drop a time bomb there and tell him to have a good day. Same with that guy. You know, when I'm playing on the CIS, I'm not a fan of playing against the Wookiees there because they're so tough to take out. And the clone commanders. But I'm not a fan of the Droidicas when I'm playing against the CIS, just because they have the force field. But the clone commanders have those rapid fire guns that could easily take you out. Capture the flag is probably capture the flag for Kashyyyk. If you ever want to like just spend some time playing medals or trying getting medals or a ton of points or just to become good at this game and get used to taking out the opponents, go to Kashyyyk on Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 version, the one I'm playing right now. Uh, set up, capture the flag to like the highest amount of points you can get, which I think is 15, and just actually focus on taking out the enemies and just leave your teammates to capture the flags and leave the you can let your opponents try and capture your flag as well. But if you want to get like a ton of points or a ton of medals, that's the best way. Just don't capture the flag. Let your teammates do it. And capture the flag to 15 points and boom, you can Practice getting a ton of medals actually as well. This is fun. Ah, we got a Guardian medal there, but once I got out of the tank, it was kind of limited time to actually not mean to attack my own friendly tank there. So this was a game I played a ton of in middle school. Aforementioned friend that brought over NCAA football on the PS2 also had this game, and whenever I would hang out with him at his place, he would actually we'd play this game. But for some reason, when I on my old PS2, it would never be able to save this game. But now I'm playing this on the Xbox Series S. No, it's the Xbox One actually. Sorry. That was quick, but I would probably say Kashyyyk is probably the hardest in terms of command posts. Probably the hardest to take of like the non-space battles, actually. I kind of wanted the points that would come with capturing the command post, but I kind of wanted to stick out the people up here, clone sharpshooters as well. It's gonna be a victory for us, though. Yeah, I played this a ton in middle school, actually. It's like the one. This, War of the Monsters, and Shrek Super Party are the three non-sports games I probably played the most on the PS2 when I was in middle school. Let's see, it would be about 2005-ish to, because I had the PS2 since I was 8 years old, and that was in 2003. To give you an idea of my age. Um, Left middle school in, well, 7th grade is my last year, and the school year ended in 2008, so around that time was probably when I really into the PS2. But I got the Wii, and I started like around 2008, 2009 ish. I started transitioning to like playing RuneScape a lot. So when I first started gaming, I would play a ton of Pokemon, and on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. That's probably, and there's a Yu-Gi-Oh game I probably played the most. I don't remember the name of. I need to look at it online to look it up on YouTube to see if I can remember it. And there are some other games forgot about on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance that play, but not as much as like the Pokemon games, like Ruby and Sapphire and Leaf Green and Fire Red or something like that. I was obsessed with Pokemon as a kid, and then I got the PS2 and slowly transitioned to that. Play Madden as a teen and War of the Monsters and Trek Super Party and college football games and college basketball and MLB as well. I would Star Wars Battlefront 2 is Star Wars Battlefront 2, War of the Monsters, and Trek Super Party are probably the non-sports games I played the most. So yeah, on the PS2. The Yu-Gi-Oh game I had and a Rugrats game that I regret selling that I enjoyed, but I couldn't beat. Definitely need to see if I can get those games again. And those games were fun. The Rugrats Royal Ransom was fun. Next time I go to Game Exchange, I'll definitely see if I can get Rugrats Royal Ransom, because they still sell PS2 games and the Yu-Gi-Oh game as well, like Legacy of the or War of the Roses or something like that. Although if they were released on the Xbox and they were made backwards compatible, I'd definitely purchase those. I'm not sure they were, and I definitely don't think they're backwards compatible now. So, which sucks. It also really sucks they shut down the Xbox 360 store, because there's some games I wanted off of that weren't backwards compatible, and others that are but weren't being sold on the Xbox One edition of the Microsoft Store that I'd like to get. And I'm the type of person that prefers digital over, disc. Just because it's easier to manage. There's less physical space to store. But I'm not against, games being released on disc. I just like the option of it being released digitally. So I know some people prefer disc, and if I'm all for that. If you prefer disc copies, then I'm all for that. And if you're like me and you prefer digital, purchasing your games digitally, I'm all for that as well. I just would much rather have it digital than disc. So I just regret not getting those games while I had the chance to download them, and times I just couldn't afford to purchase them. So I wish, at least I know it's not gonna happen, but I wish every game you could like purchase some of the older games, regardless of whether it's on the original Xbox 360 or whatever. Like, I'd like to get like Madden NFL 10. I have that disc, but I like to get it digitally. But that's not going to be released. That's not going to be available for digital anytime soon. when I got the Xbox, if I remember correctly, it was Christmas Day 2010, and I don't think it was available to purchase. I could be wrong though. So I'm just happy that there are some games that are a little bit purchased because like since I have every maybe not MLB The Show 25, but from 21 to 24 I have those downloaded. So that's less physical space I uh, have to worry about if I ever whenever if I ever have the opportunity to move again. That's less physical stuff I have to worry about, shipping or taking with me when I move, so. But then again, I have every Madden since I have Madden NFL 06 all the way through Madden NFL. I think it's either 15, not 15 actually. It'd be like either 25 or 13, whichever was released. I have Madden NFL, the 2013 Madden NFL 2025. Sorry, I have the 2013 Madden NFL 25 version on disc. I have the 2024 version to download. So download it. So, but like the older Madden, I have every Madden since 21 eligible to download, but it may not. Some of the older ones aren't installed. So like 21, 22, 23, and 24, I can download because I purchased them to download. So I won't have to worry about that if I ever move. Couple of times in my life, but I'd like to move again. Actually, so that's why I wish some of the older Madden and the older sports games that I have were available to download were available for purchase to download, so I could get rid of the discs in case I do move. That I don't have to worry about hiring like a moving company or to move all to add that to the game to add those games to the stuff I wanna transport when I do move. So, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I can't get Madden NFL 06 to. I can't purchase that from the Microsoft Store on the Xbox One. So there are some games I'd like to get. I know if you wanna get Madden NFL 21, at least here in the U.S. Uh, you can't you have to buy the disc version of it. You can't hop onto the Microsoft Store and actually purchase it because it won't allow you to. It's not available to purchase on your Xbox One. You have to either get it like somewhere like Amazon or go to like a game store or game shop. So, which game shops are still needed, because you can't, I don't have a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 or PS5, as expensive as those consoles are. So any PS2 games that are down to get, I have to go to GameStop. I have to go to like Game Exchange, not GameStop, but Game Exchange. But because the GameStops in my area don't sell the PS2 games anymore, so I have to go to like Game Exchange or get it off of Amazon or eBay. If I wanna get the PS2 games, and same with the Wii actually. 'Cause I don't know. I don't. You maybe could have purchased some Wii games to download, but I don't think you can anymore. But I know you couldn't with the PS2. To my knowledge, you couldn't. And some of the older consoles, you can't do that as well, like the PS1. Um, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, stuff like that, you'd have to go in to a shop that sells it. So those shops are still needed, but you know. I do not want to play as Boba Fett. They have a frenzy and an endurance medal. Wookiee took us out there, so. So if you're like me and you want to have games purchased to download, definitely get them while you can, because they won't be able to be purchased for download forever, especially if they're sports games, since they're released yearly. And if you're like me, you have to go up physically up there to take out that person. That's annoying that I couldn't take them out. So SmackDown was actually, I'm a WWE fan. I'm changing from one topic to another. SmackDown was in Barcelona, Spain today. First time it's been held in a televised WWE event has been held in Spain, the country of Spain. So that's pretty cool. I know on Monday, it's gonna televised event's gonna be held in the country of Belgium for the first time ever. It's cool to see. In my opinion, at least it is. Oh, we took him out, I think. And next week they're gonna be in Italy, which I think. I know they've had SmackDown and Raw in Italy in 2007 on TV. So it could actually. I'm not sure if they've had any of the B shows, like when they had like Heat or Saturday Night's. I don't think they had Saturday Night's Main Event, but I don't know if they had like ECW or Heat in Italy when they were there. So I know they've had two televised events in Italy, Raw and SmackDown. So they're gonna be, but that was actually in Milan, Italy. They're gonna be in Bologna, Italy, next week for SmackDown. And then in the UK, they've had plenty of televised events across the mostly UK. They've haven't had any in when I say mostly, I mean places like England, Scotland, and Wales actually. They've had a couple of. They've had one or two. Definitely, they've had two PLEs in Wales. They've had an NXT UK takeover, and I think maybe a couple of I'm not sure if they taped any of the NXT UK episodes in Wales, but they definitely had a UK takeover in Wales, and they've had Clash in the Castle at Wales as well. And they've had Clash at the Castle in Scotland as well, and they also had a televised SmackDown in Scotland last year. Because I remember watching that on TV. And then I know they've had Raw in Germany in the 90s. Uh, and then they went to Germany last year again for Bash in Berlin, and for the first time ever, televised SmackDown was in Germany, which I think is pretty cool. They've had SmackDown and Raw in Puerto, well, Japan actually. I know they've had a SmackDown in Puerto Rico as well, and a pay per view. So they've had Raws and SmackDown in England. So, but today was the first time they had a televised event in Spain. Never happened before. And then Monday it'll be the first time ever they'll have it in Belgium. It'll be in Brussels, and then that we got an endurance medal. I don't remember how many points I set it to actually. Let's destroy that Alliance arc actually. Alright, so my teammates, I have the flag. If you don't want to be run over, stay out of my path. Lamine Yamal, the FC Barcelona player, was at SmackDown. They actually showed him on camera. Alright, let's ditch that and grab this. I do not want to play as Boba Fett. I'm gonna essentially have to wait for my teammate to score, drop the flag to... Oh man, those Balkan spies are annoying. Maybe I shouldn't have gone out of the ship, let alone. Uh, decline to play Boba Fett. No, WWE has also had shows obviously in the U.S. I know I'm going back to them, but and South Africa as well. I think they were in the '90s. They've had a televised show in South Africa, so it was nice to see. And they've had a pay per view from Saudi Arabia, a few pay per views in Saudi Arabia, and a few two at least two pay per views, and an episode of NXT in Australia as well. An episode of SmackDown in Saudi Arabia, so. And Raw and SmackDown in Mexico as well in 2011. I remember watching that. Now they've done untelevised events or non-televised events in other countries, but took out Chewie. Let's get into the IFTT, actually, and take the what's it called, the flag with us. Oh, I missed the Vanguard, the Rebel Vanguard. So I think I set it to like 7 or 8 actually. I think 7. So our flag has been reset. So I know I had other maps to play. I'm gonna probably change that soon after this. Now we can play as Boba Fett, why not? It's also like I don't know how many people remember the show The Fairly Odd Parents, but or how many of my viewers know of that show. I mean, it's a fairly popular show on Nickelodeon, but at the same time, you know, they had a couple of games on the PS2. As another game, oh, I think it's Breaking the Rules, I think it's called. It was another game I played a lot. There are a few games, non-sports games I played on the PS2. So we won that, so. So Camino. So I thought I had another capture the flag after this one. So I did not. Oh, I do actually. So we're not gonna actually do capture the flag. We are gonna save it though. I do wanna take a look at my career stats. So demolition, I feel like I've done that in a previous video, but it didn't give me the demolition, so I'm not really sure how to get a demolition medal. 6 headshots with a sniper. So that's, I've done that twice, but if anyone knows how to get a demolition, let me know. So I'm gonna actually hop off here, y'all. This is